o'clock. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I make that motion.
Brian, may I have a
Second.
second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Good, the motion carries, the agenda is approved. Is there any public comment?
Hi, it's Malia from the town. There was no public comment submitted for this meeting.
Thank you, Malia. I'll mention it 2 more times. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing none. We approved the January reported meeting that's out on the website. May I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
That was Mike.
Yes.
May I have a second?
I second that.
It's Brian, it's been moved and properly second that we approve the January reported minutes that are out on the website. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. You ready for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Item number 6 is the 2021 strategic plan, which we all worked on and submitted to the Strategic Planning Committee. I have not had any feedback yet from them. I think they were supposed to meet last week, according to Rory. I've not had any feedback. But I appreciate everyone's input on that. And as soon as we hear whether from the town, whether it's been accepted, or if there's any revisions, we'll know what our next steps.
I want to thank everybody for doing their work, and apologize. I've been jammed this month, so I couldn't help. So thank you.
But you worked on the original.
Yeah.
You worked on the original, which this is just a revision of the original form. So everybody who worked on the original, I appreciate it. Roxy, appreciate your input as well. And what we tried to do was break it down into increments according to what the Strategic Planning Committee said they were looking for, was to break it down into bites and to keep it as like a 1-year plan. Unfortunately, everything is kind of up in the air until we get the approval for it, and or if we get an EDC director. There are some things that we can work on though. For example, if we look at the first objective, which is our 1-month goals, some of these things we've already been working on anyway. The website, according to the chief of staff, Rory, the website, town's website, apparently they've met with the vendor and he's worked on the website and it's ready to be launched. I was out there yesterday. I didn't see anything different. Excuse me, Friday. I didn't see anything different about it. But Rory says there's some new enhancements, and one of the great enhancements is that it allows the new setup allows them to have a separate page for EDC. So he thought that was a nice touch. I'm still waiting to hear more about what it looks like altogether, but I'm excited by the fact that at least the vendor has materialized and has worked on the website. I still don't know who the vendor is though. Any questions on that?
No,
So basically we're waiting. Go ahead, Roxy.
I did see a couple of changes, just minor, like the board member list. But that I didn't see any other changes on there. Like even the meeting minutes are still old. And then, so you're saying that the changes are going to make to the EDC website are to come, right? Still to come?
Yes, yes, right. I think their primary focus is doing the town's website altogether, the main listing for the boards and all of that, and then the EDC would be secondary. So again, it's a strategic plan, waiting to hear back from the strategic planning committee with our revisions or our updates. And I'll keep you posted. Look forward to something off cycle from me. If I hear something like during the week, I'll shoot an email to everyone, letting everyone know. All right, number 7, the land use discussion. I was hoping that Jim Baldwin would be on this call. I reached out to him to follow up from the last meeting and reached out to him with an email and a phone call. And then I heard from Rory saying that they're still working on getting the report to us. What they were supposed to be doing was getting us a report of, let me see if I have the wording for it. It's
Wasn't somebody supposed to join our meeting last time?
Yeah, he's working on a list of properties that were under, excuse me, the town planner is creating an SWOT analysis for each property. So I've been following up to see, okay, how long does that take? This week, Rory tells me he hopes to have it by our next meeting. It's on my calendar to follow up again on February 9th. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it seems to me that the property list should be at your fingertips.
So are we just getting a report by the next meeting, or is somebody joining us the next meeting?
Oh,
with the
someone's joining us
report?
and presenting a report.
Okay, great.
That's what we've been waiting for.
So do you know who
So-
that somebody is?
Jim Baldwin.
Okay,
He's a building
Involved.
official in town.
yep, I know he is. Thank you.
So I'm waiting for that. And that's primary because that's what we've been asking for a long time. I didn't ask for a SWOT analysis, but if they want to do a SWOT analysis along with it, that's great. But I don't want that to hold up things. What I was thinking of the other day, and to take advantage of this, hopefully when we get these properties and what have you, I'd like us to think about if it makes sense for us to think about doing our own realtor caravan. Either I could see us doing something virtually, a realtor's caravan, if we ever got this list. Any feedback, anybody?
You say a realtor's caravan, you mean like just maybe we could share a screen and do like a virtual, like, all right, what's each of these properties, pull it up, look at it. Is that what you're talking about?
We can do it. We can do a Google Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. A realtor caravan. I remember when I was a real estate agent in New Jersey, we did, of course, we took cars. I worked for a company, and they would have properties listed for this realtor's caravan, and we'd all jump in our cars and just go site to site to site and physically go inside those places and look them over and blah, blah, blah. So if we had clients, we could tell them about it. In this age of COVID, I don't know that we can virtually get realtors to caravan to sites, but we certainly have the capability of putting together something virtually to.
I think we've got to see the list though first to see understand what the potential is. So.
Exactly. I think that hinges on that list.
In addition, I like that feedback that Rory said he was going to give us as far as the phone calls that he's gotten. He said he was going to start writing stuff down. As you know,
He should be able to give us a report every month.
like it would be nice to, in addition, to have that also, so we know what type of interest there is, what they're asking for, what people are looking for. What part of town they're looking at. I mean, or are they just looking for an empty building that's a certain amount of square footage? I don't know what kind of phone calls he's gotten, but I'd like to have that for next meeting also, if possible.
I'll follow up and see if I can get that. And if I can get it before the next meeting, I'll send it out to everyone before the next meeting. But that's a good point, Roxy. Okay. So
can I just go back to that? Rory shouldn't just wait 1 month to send us a list of contacts that he's received. Like, when he receives these, he should be forwarding these to probably you, Karen, because you're, you're the head of our group right now, but waiting a month could be us losing an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And plus, I mean, I don't know if they're being followed up, like, is he just getting a
Exactly.
phone call and nobody's following up on it, or we don't know what he's doing. I definitely think we need more information as far as.
I'll
Yeah,
follow
not just a once a month download.
Yeah,
that
and
we haven't
maybe
even
they have,
received this month.
yeah, maybe they have a plan. Maybe him and Anne Marie are doing something with it, but it'd be nice to be in the loop.
Definitely. I'll follow up on that. And the website, we just talked about the website. CT Main Street Center, Brian. What is
Yep.
that?
So I've met Pat McMahon, and he's a big player with Eversource. So he's the principal of Connecticut Main Street Center, and it's a website. It's a group that promotes towns in Connecticut, especially like downtowns. So when Sadie was here, he met with her and I, and we walked the downtown, and he saw some nice things, how to put a brewery here or something else there. He loved the falls and whatnot. His big focus is on the cities. He does a lot in Hartford and whatnot.
Yeah, he has
Contacts.
resources. They can get grant money for facade upgrades and things like that on main streets. They promote the whole Main Street concept.
Yes,
Well,
and I think it's
it's
good.
been a approved line item for several years now. So Rory's going to put that back in line to be paid. So you think it's worth it?
I do, because we have the money, so let's do something with it. How many times is he going to come down and promote Seymour? I don't know, but better to use the money than to lose it, I guess. I mean, what else are we going to spend it on right now? It's a promotion. If there's any promotion we can do to help the town, then I think we should do it.
Is
So
he,
what do we get? Is there our membership?
Do you want to get him on for next month's meeting? We can get him on to a Zoom call for next month's meeting. That's all.
that would
We
be
could do
great.
that, because I'd like to understand, what are we getting for this $1,000?
Yeah, I think that's I can reach out to him, and I'll CC the whole group and email Pat direct and see if he can hop on the next meeting for us.
Sounds good.
Or,
See what happens.
if not the next one, then the one following. I don't know how full we're gonna be the next meeting.
Right.
But maybe if he can also give examples as to what he's doing for other surrounding towns, if there is, I don't know if he is doing any other towns around here other than.
Well, he was in Ansonia 9 months ago. We were talking with him for a couple of our jobs in downtown Ansonia. So he stays active in the valley.
And I'd be curious to know too, what he's been able to get done during COVID.
I can't
was
answer that. I know he didn't give us any help on the project. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be very interesting to see what he can do.
Mhm. Definitely.
And he got creative and came
And
up with.
see how much grant money there's out there for things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that'd be great, Brian.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any unfinished business? Anything new for Tri-Town, Mike?
Not really. I know he asked me to get him some copies, some scans done. So I don't know if he's got some ideas about doing something else down there. So he's just out there, he's got no interest because he's so far away.
Right.
He leases the property from somebody that owns it from Beacon Falls. He's got a land lease. I know he was trying to buy it out. I haven't heard anything relative to any potential opportunities. So, and I remember probably a year ago or so, I had discussions with his former realtor, not the one that's in the house now, that was looking for, it was are you familiar with the industrial park where Emery Winslow is?
Yeah,
They have had a 2-story building back there. We put them we relocated their operation from Illinois or somewhere out there to Seymour, and they dislocated the state adult juvenile daycare home there. So there was an opportunity that they were looking for space, and it would have been a perfect spot for them to build a building there. But he wasn't interested. So I really don't know what he wants to do there. I mean, he's all over the place. You know.
all right. Any new business? Any new businesses? Any new businesses? I'll follow up with Rory, but nothing new, no new stores opened up.
We know how that virtual place, I see him post stuff.
I see it too.
sometimes, so.
I don't know how could they possibly be doing much during this pandemic? Aren't we limited to how many people can be inside a building at any given time? So
I know they were promoting like after school care or something like that. So I thought that was a good idea. I don't know how they do with it though.
I guess.
I was sad to see that Wildflowers closed downtown.
Oh, the bakery.
The bakery. We love that place.
I thought it was just closed because, because the day I drove by, it just happened to be closed because, it's a pandemic. I didn't know they were closed.
She was
National Guard. She got called up as a reservist.
Yeah, and she got she went overseas, I believe. So
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And I see with Tracy they're still building down there in Oxford. So
they're
it
open.
looks like,
I went
is it
there.
open?
Yeah. It's much bigger than the place in
Yeah,
Seymour.
of course.
Yeah, but it's not as quaint.
No, I agree with
Yeah.
you. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
But
Yeah.
that's
Downtown.
been part of the problem with Seymour is nobody has the vision to understand you need residential to make things work. The reason that's going to work over there is because they're putting residential in.
Mhm.
So those people who are renting or buying the condos and renting the apartments will have a place to walk to. They'll have a park there. So that's the concept I was trying to sell Ron Spector, the Tri-Town. Perfect for it. He can max out his property too, but he doesn't want to put $30 million in.
Well, I think restaurants help too, though, because it keeps people there. So, I mean, I would love, I know we had that a while ago, we had that general store down there that had food.
Oh, yeah.
But, it'd be nice to get some food places down there.
You have a parking downtown.
Yeah.
There's parking, but it's walk.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know that there's the parking issue, but I mean, I go to New Haven, there's no parking in New Haven either, and I don't pay. So, I mean,
Gotta
Yeah,
be an
any
answer.
idea what's going on with the community center?
Yeah, community center, the discussion is focused now on two sites, the existing community center or Haynes. More of the
Haynes
focus,
behind Stop and Shop.
correct. More focused though on the community center itself, the property or the building. So I did a couple of block diagram scaling for the meeting tomorrow, Thursday. If they build a new 40,000 square foot community center, it's going to be $14 million. How are they going to pay for it? And then I just came up with an idea of just put a new gym and pool in and do a like new renovation on the existing community center, I could probably do all that and gain an extra 15,000 square feet of building for $2.5, $3 million less. So it's going to be really up to the building committee to decide, how they want to approach it. And then what we're going to do is come up with some 2 or 3 options and then put it out to a online vote or online input and see where that goes, see where people what they want to do, if there's interest. The new, if you built new, you would leave the existing community center in place and then tear it down after the new one's operational. But in talking with, Zach, the director over there, he's occupied all the time, he's busy. So, is 40,000 square feet going to be enough? Because they keep talking about the Newtown one that's probably closer to 50, and they don't have empty space. A lot of it is programming and planning. There's no one really thought about how to do that, pull it together, what resources we have versus what do we need. And then if you do a new one, you're gonna probably displace the Boys and Girls Club. So there's a lot of discussion you have to fill out and formulate, how we want to approach it. But
Where's the funding coming from?
tax
Good
dollars,
question, Brian. Where's the funding coming from?
tax dollars.
Yeah,
They want to bond it. I think what's going on is that there's some bonds coming off. I would assume probably related to the middle school, because that school was built in 2000. We designed that school in 2000. So that's 21 years. So they're probably pretty close to the end of the bond cycle on that one. So, that they should be able to, offset that with, a bond request for the new community center.
that'd be good.
Well,
And
that's
then-
good. I mean, hey, that's some good news out of this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so to me, I hate tearing down old buildings. I think they're beautiful buildings. You're not gonna see that kind of architecture ever. But people can't visualize what a like new building inside would be in an old structure. Because it's gonna need new roof, new windows, new flooring, new air HVAC.
Yeah,
So, but everything can be done. You've gone through old buildings. They're gems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
everything can be done with funding,
Yeah, but I still think you get more building for less dollars,
Okay.
and that's really important to me.
You get more building for less dollars with the gut reno?
Yes, because the addition would only be the pool and the new gym. You take the old
Yep.
gym, convert it into a fitness center.
Yep.
Okay, put the locker rooms in there, and then you take the rest of that. Now you still have the main structure to house everything else. Now, what you would have to do is probably build it in a certain sequence so you don't disrupt operations that much.
Sure.
Move things around.
All right, well, I hate to interrupt this. I have nothing else on this except follow with Rory to get that list. And to get find out, first of all, if people are calling with any interest, is someone at the town already addressing it, and to also be copied on the list.
Yes.
And to follow up with Jim Baldwin for this underutilized list of properties in the SWOT analysis, with a view toward having a realtor caravan in some fashion. So those are my 2 takeaways that I have. Does
And
anybody help me?
I'm gonna take care of Connecticut Main
Yeah.
Street Center and CC everyone on an email chain.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. That's it. Anything else, Mike?
No, I'm good.
Ryan?
I'm all set.
Roxy?
Yes. So are we looking to maybe add additional people here, like alternates or growing? Or do we have an open spot? Do we not have an open spot? I mean,
Karen, I would address or ask what the last, when they changed, what do you call that?
Our charter.
Yeah,
The
the charter, they
EDC.
changed numbers of people on a committee. And
Yes.
I don't, we originally had 7, I think, then we went down to 5. So I have no idea if it's 5 plus alternates, or is it, so I would just see what that, maybe Rory can help, or Anne Marie can help,
I'll ask. When I went back to the selectmen, and after we had our meeting to ask for Roxy to be added as a full-time member, and to remove Claudia for not being from being a member, I got some feedback with regards to that, and to say that, Claudia, it was fine for Roxy to be, she was appointed by the Board of Selectmen, but there was no action taken on the other member no action be taken without a formal hearing. So that's where we are with that. So I can
well,
go
that
back.
means
to
I would go
Board of
back to Anne Marie and just say, could you call her and see?
I'll go back to the Board of Selectmen.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the Board of Selectmen with our request for an alternate.
Yep.
And to review our charter, first of all, to see if we can have, could have an alternate. My understanding, again, as I said, what I was told about removing anyone from the board is that you can't remove them. They have to be removed by a hearing.
Or
Yeah.
somebody's got to ask them for a resignation.
Exactly. So I'll go back and ask where we stand with regards to adding new members for an alternate according to our charter, because that's something we want to do.
And I think that, everybody's afraid because I think her husband is on the finance committee or something.
And
Well,
that's fine, but I mean,
I think
No,
that's
I mean, she's got to show. If she's not going to show, then just resign. That's all.
right. Exactly. I think you have an obligation if you're.
I think-
what does our charter say? What does the charter say about
Three
attendance?
meetings. You miss 3 consecutive meetings, you're gone,
Right. So
so are we at 5 members now?
We should be
can
at
have
5
or
members,
we can
I
have
believe.
7. Oh, I'm
if
sorry.
we're technically at 5 members, if you count that
Okay.
person who never shows, yes.
Right.
Okay, that was just my question, because I'd like to,
Yeah.
I think we should have
we're
all
five.
the, yeah, we should have 5
So,
participating members.
okay, so there you have it. If there's no other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you,
Second.
Brian. You have a second? Mike,
Yep.
Second. Whatever. Yep.
any discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Love these meetings. Love these meetings. We are adjourned at 7:29. I'll follow up, look for emails from me with regards to those things we just talked about.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
everyone, have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
So-
Bye.
Stay out of the snow. Stay out of the snow.
Bye.